when a call comes in that a soldier's been injured on the front line in Afghanistan. It's medics from the northwest who respond.
2 and 2, sir.
An American soldier's just been brought into the emergency department now. His injuries look pretty extensive. We can't show you the patient yet just because his parents don't even know that he's been injured at this stage. His life is now in the hands of 208 Field Hospital.
These men and women are all volunteers, members of the Territorial Army based in Liverpool. Every day they treat the victims of war. The American soldier is young, but injuries like his have been seen before.
This gentleman has been primarily assessed by the team of doctors in here.
Barry Fitzpatrick is in charge of the emergency department. It's Barry's responsibility to make the right call and make it fast.
And the plan will be to get him into scan as quick as we can and then straight onto theatre very quickly.
The emergency department is where injured soldiers are first brought. Barry sees the horrors of war here every day.
It's been a whole range of injuries really, from gunshot wounds, victims of IEDs, people have suffered amputations. It's been pretty intense. It can be quite difficult. Obviously children is the tough one, and also when we see our guys coming in as well, we go from 0 to 100 miles an hour very quickly.
The American medic who brought in his comrade knows this hospital is the best there is. Getting here fast is vital.
Any soldier like this one that comes into us, those first responders are the medics in the field. They stabilize the person, stop the bleeding, and we bring him to a higher echelon of care, which is here. The patient gets the best here as he would in the UK, the States, anywhere.
The hospital's busier than usual for this time of year. Afghanistan's cold winter usually allows for a lull in the fighting. But by far the most prolific injuries are those caused by improvised explosive devices, and they explode all year round.
This is the operating theatre in Camp Bastion Hospital.
Corporal Alison White is a surgeon from Blackpool. IEDs are the reason she's performed over 600 operations in just 8 weeks.
A lot of those are life and limb saving procedures. We also have had some casualties who have needed to come back to theatre 3 or 4 times so that we can prepare them for going to the future destination. A lot of the injuries are worse than what you'd see in a normal A&E department back home.
The men and women of this TA unit are all hospital workers from the northwest. It's the second time 208 Field Hospital have been called on in Afghanistan. Since their last tour 4 years ago, facilities here have become world-leading. 90% of casualties who make it here will survive. Never before in warfare has that figure been achieved.
The injuries that we're seeing are really very extreme. This is the most extreme degree of trauma in a concentrated space that you would see pretty much anywhere in the world. And as a result of that, we're constantly developing and adjusting the way in which we treat and respond to these casualties so that we can aim to always improve and get the best we possibly can, the best outcome for those casualties when they come to us.
But it isn't just British and American soldiers who need 208. IEDs don't discriminate between footsteps of a man and those of a child.
The innocents that have been injured by war, really. The type of injuries that we get, gunshot wounds, IED blast. You wouldn't see this level of trauma back in the NHS in the UK. You know, you would see trauma every once in a while, so every patient that comes through here virtually, bar maybe 1 or 2, they're all traumatic injuries, and it's major trauma.
So far the medics here have treated 5 people today, each of them a victim of an IED explosion. But thanks to the hard work and dedication of 208 Field Hospital, each of them has been given the best possible chance of surviving.
Since October, the 60 men and women of 208 Field Hospital have devoted every day to their work in Afghanistan. For many, it's the most important thing they've ever done.
You learn to respect life more, to live life to the full.
One of the things that means a lot to us is when units get in touch with us and thank us for our efforts.
208 have had a fantastic tour. We've looked after lots of critically ill patients.
It's been very challenging at times, but I'm very proud that and very honoured to be here doing this job.
The medics of 208 Field Hospital still have another month here in Afghanistan. They'll be working flat out until the very day they leave here. It's only when they return home they'll begin to reflect on the remarkable work they've done. Mark Tattersall Granada reports, Camp Bastion.